The Chicago Bears go to Baltimore and take an L, ending their 4-game win streak. They lose to the Baltimore Ravens and Snoop Huntley 16-30 in a game to where we had questionable play calling, bad QB play, and a number of things that just didn't go our way. We bringing y'all the post game. Gonna talk about it and break it all down right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
What's going on, Bears fans? Welcome back into Chicago Bears Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears, bringing you that live post game after the Chicago Bears took a loss after their 4-game winning streak to the Baltimore Ravens. And let's just say that it was not a great day for Ben Johnson and his offense. Very, very stagnant throughout this game. Caleb Williams has another game to where he struggles, and it was just a headache, bro. Somebody passed the Advil or the Tylenol to get this one flushed out of our system. But C-Dub, you called the game. What's your initial thoughts on this game, bro?
Just a shitter all around. We knew what we were up against coming into this game with multiple injuries, especially in the defensive side. We were missing Cole Kmet. He could have helped with some of those pressures that was coming in and getting to Caleb, making him make awful plays. And that's no excuse for Caleb, because this was another bad game for Caleb Williams of the season. He ended up with 285 yards passing with an interception. I think a bad interception as well. Bad coaching, I think. Bad play calling. Time and position of the ball. I just didn't get some of the calls being called. He's the professional, but I'm allowed to be opinionated about his calls, and I just think he made some bad calls at certain points of this game. The defense, they tried their hardest. That one turnover in the red zone by Caleb Williams really made their effort look worse than it really did. Caleb has to get it together. Him and Ben Johnson, they have to get this offense on the court. It's been 8 weeks into the season now, and we were seeing progress in the previous couple weeks, but today it kind of hit a roadblock. We kind of going the other direction now. So this is the nicest way I can say it. You guys are playing piss poor. Caleb in the offense, the entire offense, even Roma Dunze dropping passes he should have caught, even Loveland dropping passes. You're gonna have to make some adjustments with this offense, Ben Johnson. And let's go on to the next one. What else can you say? They don't end your season, but it is man, it leaves a bitter taste in your mouth. Leaves a bitter taste in your mouth.
Steve-O, what you got for us? How you feeling about this game?
Our quarterback and our head coach didn't come to play the correct brand of football that we all know we should be coming to play. This team is a run first team, and we didn't approach the game that way. And we haven't been approaching the game that way. That's why we ain't scoring points consistently. That's why we keep getting hella penalties. That's why we're not scoring 30, 40 points. That's the reason. It's simple that way. You look at last week, 40 attempts at the ball. I understand our running backs is hurt, but I don't give a damn. You still should be running and toting the rock. We only finished with 22 attempts today. Why? Because you sitting out there trying to get this motherfucker comfortable and get him acclimated to the type of brand of football you want to play instead of what we're good at. It's 8 weeks in. It's clear and obvious that this O-line and this offense is geared towards running the ball. But you just keep fighting the force. And this was happening. It's friction. That's what whenever we consistently run the ball, the turnovers calm down. We're comfortable. We're moving the ball. And then when we ready to pass, it's more fluid. But the fact that you keep coming out here on first and second down, passing the ball, and then or we get some type of movement with the run ball, and your immediate decision is to do a bootleg. That's the problem we're running into. Your mindset and your quarterback is not mixing. Your quarterback is not ready that yet. Which is cool. We understand that. It's fine. Your system takes a long time to understand and for people to develop in. And we don't expect him to go out here and throw for 400 yards his first year. Therefore, we knew the run game should be a part of that, but you're making it secondary when it should be first. And that's just what I got to say about the offense.
Kev, how you feeling initially?
We got a quarterback that got a long way to go, and unfortunately, we have a head coach that has a long way to go as well. Can't be mad at the defense today. In my opinion, they should have played a little bit better, but with all the injuries that they have, they put the Chicago Bears, in a position to win the game today. When the Bears made it a one-score game, it just didn't work out. And with Ben Johnson deciding to pass the ball with your back to the end zone, the opponent's end zone, that was the game right there. You played to win the game. I get it, but the time that was available for the Bears, even if you punt right there and play the field position game, you don't pass in a situation like that where you give up the interception and the subsequent touchdown immediately right after that when you're sitting there with an opportunity to win the game. And that just goes to show me that the biggest thing when it comes to these people and the coaches and the players, they make a lot of money to do this, and they feel like every decision they make is right. And Ben Johnson today, not that play notwithstanding, made a lot of decisions like I'm the smartest nigga in the room.
Uh-huh.
Putting DJ Moore in these running situations, where it's obvious, like everybody knows when you got DJ Moore in the backfield now that you're going to try to run between the tackles. It doesn't make sense. You stalled a couple of drives. That first quarter was great. That second quarter was terrible. The third quarter was decent. The fourth quarter was better, but not being able to produce in the second quarter really, really hurt the Chicago Bears today. And they let Tyler Huntley go out there and play Pro Bowl football. You can't do that. The front four needed to do better. We got 2 sacks, but they didn't do good enough for the Bears to win. So at the end of the day, it's not a surprising loss, but it's another winnable game where the Bears just didn't produce.
Yeah, it was one of those losses to where, like yesterday when we was talking about it in the chat, I was like, we can't overlook Tyler Huntley. We can't do that. I don't care how we feel it. John Harbaugh, I didn't mention it in the chat, but I'll mention it right now. John Harbaugh, 8-1 in his career coming out of the bye week. You know what I'm saying? The last few years. So it is one of those things to where you say, okay, we could take the loss, but often when we discuss it, at least on this panel, we always say, how does the loss look? And this doesn't look like a loss that we'll be willing to accept. Now, if you lose this game on a game-winning field goal, 23-20, we say, I bet we chalk it up to the game. But when your team goes out there and generate a bunch of you turn over the ball as the quarterback, and then when you constantly are drawing penalties that's constantly sit there and hurt you to where you're at the bottom of the league, it's just not good football. And I think that the offense is something that's, you know what I'm saying, gonna have to continue to work. And I think that bro need a good sit down and cuss his ass out. That's just what it is. And I'm talking about Caleb Williams. You got to be better, bro. You should be coming off your reads. And Ben Johnson, you got to help this young quarterback. Once you've been surrounded by shit and poo-poo for a whole entire year, it's going to take some time to get that poop and that shit off of you. And I understand we want to see continual progression, but you also, as the head coach, have to put your guys in the best position. And what was working was running a football, to Steve-O's point and all you guys' point, with Kyle Monangai, with DeAndre Swift, and hell, put Rojo behind there. Especially if we know that DeAndre Swift is dealing with a groin injury.
Rojo was out.
So I'm just saying, whoever, run the rock. Now, you got to provide some stability, especially now with the elements constantly changing, moving forward. You're not going to be able to pass the ball 32 times. They didn't do that today, but you need to be able to run the rock, and that's how you be successful in this league.
Real quick, Bobby, they did. They passed the ball 38 times today.
Oh, yeah, you're right. So, yeah, that's not a winning formula for Chicago.
And on top of that, the Bears they were supposed to put up 14 points in the first quarter, then we put up
Agreed.
6, and then they put up donuts in the second and third quarter.
Yep.
Like that right there is a recipe for disaster. That's a recipe for disaster. You still had a chance to tie the game at 23 late midway through the fourth quarter, and you didn't. But that first quarter, second quarter, and third quarter, that's poor game planning.
Agreed. I agree. I think that that's something that we all got to look at. I think that for
Special
the
team
offense,
was ass too.
what you say?
Special team was ass too.
Yeah, I think that I think all of outside of the defense, there was some bad performances. Steve-O, moving forward, what do you think the offense needs to do coming out of the game,
Yeah.
coming into Cincinnati next week?
What you think, Steve-O? Because
Like
we
I've been saying,
crybabies right now.
you just gotta. I don't give a fuck what you say. At the end of the
I don't
day,
think that's directed towards me. So,
yeah, I don't care.
I'm breaking down the game.
Yeah.
So,
But at the end of the day, yeah, like what I want to see more of is just stop overthinking. Because it's been evidence of overthinking during these past games, and I've called it out then. Those times of being cute, those times of doing these reverse plays. At this point in juncture, I don't want to see no more reverse plays. At this point, you got to earn those type of plays in my book. You can't get the simple shit right. Your quarterback can make every difficult throw in the world, but he can't make the simple shit.
Yep.
So fuck all these real technically sound difficult ass plays. Scheme these motherfuckers open, run the ball, and force your dominance. That's how you win games.
Agreed.
Don't put your quarterback in compromised situations where you know he's been staring at one wide receiver all day, and put him in the goddamn backfield when he's in his own end zone, and then allow him to drop back and throw when he's already having a shaky game. Because as much as I give that blame on you on the quarterback, you're not supposed to make that throw. Ben, don't put your quarterback in that situation.
Agreed.
You don't do that. Run the ball. I don't give a fuck if we get negative running. Run the ball when you're on that side. You run the ball.
Facts.
And I'm trying to be nice to Coasting. But today you had some plays out there that you just didn't make too. You had some plays that you did make. You played some plays that you didn't make. As a 10th pick, you got to be doing more. And that's on Coasting Loveland and on our coach as well.
For sure. C-Dub, how this offense supposed to move forward?
Well, I think they do see a path to getting better as an offensive group, and I think it's basically what we've been talking about in this post game and throughout the laugh call. We need to run the ball more. They ran the ball 23 times today. From now on, I think we need to be hitting that 30 rushes per game mark. I don't know how you split it between DeAndre and Cal, but 30 and up, that's what we need to do. And I think that'll make the game easier for Caleb. I think he'll be more efficient. I think the defense will be geared towards stopping us from running the ball, and he have an easier path when he has to sit back in the pocket and throw passes down the field. So we got to put more emphasis on running the football, because what we're doing right now, it ain't working, bro. 23 rushes, that's not the formula. It's not.
Moving forward, Kev, what you looking at for the offense and how they need to improve?
When you look at the Detroit Lions and how they distributed the football, they gave that rock to everybody. The two running backs out of the backfield caught a lot of balls. Amon St. Brown and Sam Laporta and Jamison Williams, they all caught a lot of balls. Right now, it looks like it's Rome and everybody else. And Zacchaeus over the middle. Yeah, DJ is an afterthought. They're not spreading the ball around enough. If they want to be successful, you're going to have to utilize every ounce of offensive talent that they have across the board on this team. You can't just keep zeroing in on Rome Odunze. You can't. He's not my man in Cincinnati last week with Joe Burrow just kept throwing him the ball.
Jamar Chase.
He's not Jamar Chase. I'm sorry. He's just not.
Is there an argument to be made that he's the number one receiver and he is
and he's the
number one option on each of those plays? That
even if he is, you still have to keep the defense honest. They're I watch baseball. They're sitting on the fastball. They're sitting on it, and that leads to turnovers. Last week they tried to force feed Rome Odunze, and it led to a turnover. This week they tried to force feed Rome Odunze, and it led to 2 picks, if I'm not mistaken. So and again, real quick, Dub, I'm sorry, but Caleb doesn't have a touchdown pass in his last 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
They got to fix that.
I agree with that 100%. And that we definitely go back to the whole accuracy thing with Caleb Williams getting on point with his accuracy too. And to Steve-O's point, and everybody been saying it the whole season, the spectacular plays be there. It be the easy shit. We be like, bro, you can't hit the man on your screen pass. You can't hit the man that's running the out route in stride, because we know that those out routes supposed to be towards the sidelines, so they won't be in harm's way of being picked off and taken back the other way for 6. So we got to be better in that regard.
Nephew,
Bubba, what up?
If you think this, it's almost almost like, you know, them plays you talking about, like he be dirt and those screen passes and shit. It's almost like he don't practice those throws. It's like they called that shit for the first time, and he out there running in it in an NFL game for the first time. The way he missing those screen passes.
I'm pretty
Like
sure he practiced on it, but I think it's a mental thing. It's a mental toughness thing. Simply because if you notice how Caleb Williams throws the ball, and somebody let me know if they disagree, a lot of the times he trying to rocket that bitch in there, when sometimes he could just literally just add touch to it.
Absolutely.
That's something he can learn. I agree with that.
Just add. Sometimes you don't need to utilize your full strength bullet rocket all the time. The best quarterbacks in this league know how to add touch to a football, catch the wide receiver in stride, and they up the field. Because if you do that with Oz, he a burner, he gone. If you do that with DJ, he a bruiser. Not too many defensive backs can tackle this man. Not the first one. He always breaking tackles.
What point is bro trying to prove with throwing these balls so hard over the middle, bro? Like what are you trying to prove?
I think it has to some elements of his size, because there's times where I see he has to manipulate the angle because of big ass linemen being in his way. But at the same time, he does have to understand, especially on anticipating passes, which is the ones he was messing up in. You can't throw that bitch with gas. Like he threw, and that's that out route towards Rome that just sailed. That was an anticipating pass. He threw it right when he was on the break. He just threw a fucking fastball. You're not supposed to throw a fastball.
Those out routes, and I'm not just gonna be defending Caleb blindly. When you throw it out routes, I think you do gotta put a certain amount of heat on the ball.
I'm not talking about hour.
It
was in the middle of the field.
Okay.
Yeah. But before we get on over to the defensive side of the ball, here's a quick word from our sponsors from DraftKings, man.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Hayes. And if you know nothing else about me, you do know that I love sports, each and every sports. And because of that, I've teamed with DraftKings Sportsbook for an exclusive offer for you guys. New customers can bet $5 and get $200 instantly in bonus bets. It's $200 instantly in bonus bets. All you got to do is use my code Bear Central. It's the name of the channel that you're seeing this on, so you already know what the code is. It's Bear Central. The next great touchdown is coming, and you can bet on it with DraftKings. Stay in on the action and use your bonus bets on DraftKings. Same game parlays for a shot at even bigger payouts. If you love the thrill of live betting, DraftKings has got you covered. You can bet on live in-progress games as they happen. If sports betting is not yet available in your state, don't worry. You can still get in on the action and all the fun with DraftKings daily fantasy sports and have a shot to win cash prizes. Again, use my code BEARCENTRAL and tell them, hey, sent you. Peace.
Shout out to our people from DraftKings. That C-Dub is probably finna put that midday slip in and try to win him some money on. Blazing Thug said, I love sports. Each and every sports crack me up every time.
Me too.
Can I say this before you get to defense, nephew? Just really quick.
To super chats. Go ahead, though.
I know it's bad for Caleb Williams. I'm not finna dispute none of you guys talking about Caleb and criticizing him the right way. But I think it's the best thing for Caleb right now to get all this shit that he's doing wrong. Put all the heat on him, bro. All of it.
No, I
all the
agree.
shit instead of sailing along and just getting by and us winning, and we don't see the shit that's wrong with him that he needs to improve.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
year
this is good.
two. It's year two. And
Yeah.
year one for the coach, year one for the offensive coordinator in terms of this system. Is people Bears fans can be delusional sometimes. Like
We can.
we make changes and we're like, oh, these changes are gonna fix everything.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not.
Yep.
No, it's not.
Especially with this fucking organization.
You
It's
can't you
never
can't
gonna
just
happen.
put sometimes people put brown sugar in their spaghetti sauce and think that's gonna fix it.
What in earth?
Yeah, I
Nah,
seen it.
bro. You can put because it cuts the acidity of the tomato sauce out. But you got to do other things to make it work out. You got to put some garlic in there.
My boy didn't turn it to Chef
I'm
Cat.
just, but that's what putting the team together is, though. You got to put all the
Yeah.
right ingredients. You can't
That's
just
a
put
that's
one
a fact.
ingredient and fix it. That's what
Agreed.
fans expect. We got a brand new head coach. That's the brown sugar on top of it. That's gonna make the spaghetti sauce taste good. You gotta do the
If
right.
you put sugar in spaghetti, kill yourself.
That's
Damn.
crazy work.
That's a lot
That
of black
is.
folks dead.
I know.
I agree with
They
the
all
penalty.
need to die.
That's, my auntie mad as hell right now. Why did I just die?
But hey, Drip joined us, man. Let's get into a couple super chats, bro. We got Marky Mark with a super chat. Say hi, guys. Long time no see. Then he
What
got
up,
to
Mark?
talking about Tylenol, boy. You know damn well your mama gave you some Tylenol and you good.
No, bro.
Marky Mark also came back with another one. Caleb throws like me shooting my shot with a 10. Swing and miss. Damn, you can't pull a 10. Every ugly
Come
nigga.
on, boy.
Hey,
That
hold on, hold on,
I
hold
had
on.
a couple.
Hey, every ugly nigga done pulled a 10 before. Come on.
That's
man.
Aaron, you get at least one. Every ugly nigga get one.
He must not be funny.
exactly. You can't
Oh,
pull a
bro,
10,
you gotta,
bro. That's
you
crazy.
gotta get your jokes right, brother. Oh, the real. But hey, Drip joining us, man. What you feeling about this offense and the Bears' performance today?
Man, listen, everything was trash today, bro. Like, too many self-inflicted wounds. That's the problem, right? Like, you're going to run into some shit. Some shit's going to happen. It is what it is. But for me, like, looking at this Bears team today, Caleb played bad for the majority, 95% of this game. The penalties was once again the thing that reared its ugly head. We never felt like we had a rhythm at all today.
At all.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that really dooms the team. You got to find a way to get some rhythm in there. And the Bears, they never found the rhythm today at all.
Yeah, this loss was a disappointing loss, and I get it. But I get some people in the chat too, and this ain't on everybody, but this is some people. The moment you come into this chat talking about Caleb and his fingernails, calling them Caleb, your opinion doesn't matter because what the hell do you care what another man is doing in their sexual life that affects you? We should be talking
Homophobia.
about the football stuff. So that's
Homophobia
just a
is
message to
gay.
everybody. But Hayes, what do you
Homophobia
think
is
about
gay.
defensive performance today?
Here's the thing. Like, so I've given the Bears a lot of credit over the season, no matter how good, because sometimes the Bears defense has not performed the best on some runs and stuff like that. But I've always said that we do a good job at when we need a stop, we get the stop. And that didn't happen today. It didn't happen. We never really got into that rhythm. It's not about the takeaways, but we never really got into that rhythm where it felt like where I started to trust this team to get to is where it felt like they were getting to a place where, like, hey, we may give up 65 yards on a drive, but we're going to get that third down stop when we need to the most. And it didn't feel like that today. They were 4-10 on third down conversions, 1 of 4 on fourth down conversions, but the Bears just did not get enough stops. Now, they didn't put up a whole lot of points throughout the majority of the game. They had a scoreless first quarter. We had a scoreless second and third quarter, if I'm not mistaken. But it wasn't terrible, but it just wasn't what I've come accustomed to seeing this Bears team do this season.
I agree. And that was one of the things I said last week. I said once the turnovers slow down for the defense, the offense got to show up. And I heard Steve-O earlier today in pregame say, hey, the defense won us a game. The special teams won us a game. The offense, you have to carry this or at least show up for this team at some point throughout this season. But C-Dub, how you feeling about that defense, bro?
I thought the defense competed out there today. They was devoid of some talent out there, and Tyreek Stevenson, you know, he's been playing pretty well. Probably the best cornerback we have right now that's able to play. Kyler Gordon, he's on injured reserve. So we missing a lot of talent in the defensive backfield, and we gave up a lot of big plays. We didn't get like they wasn't like moving the ball, like dumping 10 10-yard passes and stuff like that. We'll give up a big play, a 30-yarder, than a 35-yarder. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, real quick. Hold on.
I knew
See, this
it.
is where retarded ass
That's
people
the,
don't.
I was gonna go there.
This is where
One
retarded
close
ass
to
people don't need to be amongst us regular people. See, the thing that happened that the internet has allowed, it's allowed the remedial ass people that used to be over in their own to have to interact with the regular people. You need to learn what the fucking excuse is, dumbass. That's the first thing. Because the excuse you need is, why is your fucking chain from Temu and you got on a tall T in 2025? That's what you need to ask yourself. Your head's shaped like a foot, first of all, my boy, and that facial hair is a fucking struggle. Nobody's making any excuses for him. Being the number one overall pick doesn't mean you're not good. It's not like Bobby said, it's not adding one thing and boom, that's going to take it off. He has to grow as a player. Yes, he has things that he needs to do and grow as a player. But learn what the fuck the word excuses mean, because I guarantee you, your mom is not taking it as an excuse that she birthed a fucking dumbass with a fucking foot for a face like your ass. Watch yourself.
Foot for a face is
Foot
goaded.
for a face.
I don't. But what was this vitriol? We told y'all this nigga had more problems than what y'all realized in the draft process.
Just go back
Like,
to
y'all
back to
niggas,
the
that's what y'all want to be right in the moment.
just grow back to
I'm trying to be right. Nigga.
But
Y'all
then-
not right.
March,
that's the-
April of last year when we did
But
our
that's the
pre-draft
thing.
analysis. A lot of us, I specifically said the Bears should draft Jaden Daniels in my mock draft.
But I don't think we should even go back to
Don't
that.
even go
To
back into that. It ain't even
It's
worth
simply
it.
because us trying to figure out what the hell is going wrong and talking about
what
it.
we
That's
got.
football breakdown and
That's what we
analysis.
supposed to do.
We can sit up here and call Caleb all type of bitches, do some of the lame shit some of y'all do, call him gay, talk about his nails. I don't give a fuck about that. My wife fine as fuck upstairs chilling with her feet crossed and she comfortable. I don't give
Amen.
a fuck who Caleb Williams fucking. I don't give
Amen.
a fuck what Caleb Williams do with
Talk
his
to
hand.
a nephew.
Right.
We care about football. If you want to go and listen to any other channel when they talk about anything that's not football breakdown analysis,
Right.
this ain't the spot for you. That's all I'm gonna say.
I just want everybody to see this dude right here. You see this, bro? Like, come on, bro. You got how you got dark patches under your eyes, bro? You probably 24 years old.
Hey, hold on, real quick. Does this nigga have a polo button all the way to the top?
Yes, bro.
Of course
yes.
he does.
Yes, of course he does, bro.
But if you
My
don't
bad
get
for
fucked,
even
bro,
my bad
if
for even
you,
responding.
bro, if you don't get earnest off my fucking screen, I'm tired of, bro. You get your ugly ass on my fucking screen, bro.
That nigga, I'll gladly repay you Tuesday if you
Bro, that nigga look like he wake up and say congratulations.
real talk.
Fuck, y'all be caring too much of shit that don't concern football. Talk
What's wrong with
football.
Buddy, bro?
Exactly.
Talk
Like,
football.
come
This
on,
is a
bro.
We can talk football and fashion because bro bogus, bro. He bogus with him, bro. He get all his stuff exclusively from the beauty supply store.
Bro, you know he go shopping for the beauty supply for his
He
main
did.
outfits, bro.
Where you going to the gas station to get a shirt? Nigga?
He got that shirt. He got that shirt, that chain, and them earrings all from the beauty supply, bro.
Okay, let me tell you niggas out there that just be surfing through the damn internet. When you jump on CBC, don't be just coming up thinking you finna get on some troll shit. Just gonna go fly by.
This bitch
No.
no, your favorite rapper, Roscoe.
Talk football, man.
That nigga can't breathe right now, bro.
Talk football. Like the way motherfuckers talk football, we have to break this shit down. Our family for Chicago Bears Central family, they deserve good breakdowns, not
bro.
a damn reason to come in here and we just say a bunch of dumb shit that don't matter about the actual game.
Like this is what y'all want us to get. We lost. Oh, Caleb sucked. He should wear his fucking toenails up. He shouldn't have. He did leave that white bitch. He did.
Bro,
That's
bro.
what y'all want to hear. I'm not finna say it. I'm not.
Exactly.
I'm finna say, nigga, get better. This the shit that you're trash at. Work on it, and we gonna come back with next week and see if we worked on that shit. If you didn't work on that shit, we gonna say, hey, nigga, you still ain't doing the shit we told you to work on.
It's it.
As
Hey,
far
bro,
as the
just come out
defense,
the closet if y'all want to talk about that. It's
Right.
Exactly.
2025.
Wait a second. Y'all know what's funny? And pocket watching is already weird. Y'all crotch watching, and y'all doing that shit proudly, bro. Like, why are you so worried about what this man doing with his Johnson, bro? That don't make any sense.
Shout out to Brett. He said I'm white and I don't butt my shit all the way up.
you're
Bro,
skating up there like
that nigga name was Eddie. That nigga wake up in the morning and iron his collars. Nigga, that nigga
That's crazy.
As far as the defense is concerned,
Mind your business, Travis.
Back to what you were saying, Hayes. This season, when they needed to get that stop, they got it in within the 4-game winning streak.
Yeah.
They technically would have gotten the stop that they needed had the face mask been called.
That's true.
But again,
That's true.
you have to overcome situations where the referees, play a role in it. It's like that across all sports, especially in baseball. But at the end of the day, I can't be mad at the defense for the effort that they had here today. They gave up 1 touchdown to Derrick Henry in the second quarter, I believe it was. And then they gave up field goal. And then they gave up a late touchdown at the end. But at that point, it was pretty much over.
I would have gave up a late touchdown, and my dumbass quarterback did the dumbass shit they did.
Yeah, and again, it goes back to Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams not being on the same page. They have work to do. But at the end of the day, bro, the defense surprised me today. I expected them to be a lot more porous in their defensive backfield, and they weren't. Like, these guys were, I mean, you can't even say
they
the
made
names
mistakes, but they was better. They wasn't too bad.
But they played better. All of the defensive backfield starters were out except Kevin Byard. Everybody else is backups or backups.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm happy with what I saw from the defense.
Man, I thought Sydney said I'm still trying to get my foot long. I was going to say, what the fuck?
So C-Dub was on his talking about the defense. So we're going to let C-Dub finish off. And then also answer this for Sydney too. Is it Caleb not? She said she's still trying to get her foot in the door with understanding football. So is it Caleb? Is Caleb not who we think he is? Or is it still growing pains? Or what is it in your opinion? And
I'll just answer that really quickly. Then I'll finish my take on the defense. He's all of those things. It's all of those things on that list. Okay, now to the defense. Just like Kev just said. Just like Kev said. I said quickly, motherfucker. You better listen to this. What Kev just said. The defense, they put out a valid effort, bro. We was devoid of a lot of talent on that defensive side of the ball, and I think they held their own in this game. It was unfortunate that Caleb threw that interception in the red zone that made it look worse than what it is right now. But all in all, I think they did a good job, even though they gave up 30 points. I think they did a good job.
I want to respond to this one real quick. He says, Ben Johnson is a proven offensive coordinator, though. It's Caleb that isn't a proven QB. Let me stop you there. Past success doesn't all of a sudden mean that you are unflappable and you don't make mistakes. Mike Martz was a proven offensive coordinator that coached the greatest show on turf that won a Super Bowl. Did we see that offense when he came here?
No.
Now, Ben Johnson isn't that bad. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying you can't just give the man a pass because, he's a proven offensive coordinator that had success. All right, cool. That's great. That was in a completely different city with a completely different team. If you can't look at this game and recognize that there were some play calling questions that Ben Johnson made that weren't good, I don't know what to tell you. Like, he made some mistakes as a play caller today.
This is what we need to
real quick, Steve-O. Is there a difference between head coach and offensive coordinator?
A huge difference.
That's all. That's the only question.
But I was also gotta say this is where y'all gotta step up y'all acumen when it comes to football. Y'all gotta understand there's a difference between we're looking at Detroit. You gotta look at him from the schematic form of Detroit, not the result form of Detroit. You can't look at the result form of Detroit because that's a completely fucking different team, built completely different. You can only look at and judge the scheme part, and that's what's frustrating. And what I'm getting frustrated about Ben Johnson is because nigga, you ran the ball considerably amount more in Detroit. So I'm
both
expecting
of the running backs
exactly. So I'm expecting you to run the ball more here. I'm not expecting you to get the same results, but I'm expecting to see the same shit. That's the problem. Y'all trying to think. Y'all looking at the results instead of the scheme part.
Yeah.
I'm just mad that Buddy's shirt was yellow though. Like, you wearing a yellow shirt.
We back on that.
Yeah, and that bitch was earned. You could tell there was no crease in that shirt.
Like, you gotta have a massive amount of confidence and swag to wear
that nigga from Pittsburgh. I know he was in that black and yellow video. That nigga was in that black and yellow video. Ugly as hell.
He wasn't smiling. Hold on. Then he wasn't smiling. He was smirking. Nigga, you smirking in a yellow shirt, bro.
Like they ain't gonna figure out where I got this motherfucker from.
Like this got done putting a
That
40
is
in this bitch.
My
Wait,
shit
they get a
different.
load of
Hey,
me,
he came with
face
that.
ass.
My shit different. Hey,
Y'all
Quinn with
saying my
the
shit
super
ain't
chat
fine?
though. Quinn said, "Do you think before the trade deadline? Do you think the Bears make a move before the trade deadline? Do they pick up some people, trade some people? Me
If you look at-
personally, I
you
think
have
right
to.
now you might have to go out there and see who's available for the cornerback. Keys
agree.
called in and left a hell of a voicemail yesterday and said the Chicago Bears should look at Reek Woolen from Seattle, and I think that'll be a good pickup for the Chicago Bears to hold things down for sure."
If you look at Ryan Poe's history, he's made moves at or around the trade deadline pretty much every year that he's been here. So you can expect to at least be on the lookout for him to do something.
Yeah.
Look, they don't want my black ass in Hollis Hall because I got questions.
Oh, my mama, bro.
Why would your dumbass call that goddamn? Why would you make his ass pass in that goddamn end zone like that?
And when did Virginia finally get rid of the last slave she had working here? Just
Shut your ass.
tell the truth.
All right.
We gotta
we've
go,
reached that
Jeff.
point.
You-
It's
that
time to
was it.
shut it
That
down.
was it.
Shut it down, Bobby. It's done. It's
We
done.
about to go. And I don't know, T-Bows.
Virginia, I didn't say that. Virginia.
For
We
real.
didn't say it, Virginia. We
That
didn't do it.
that nigga was last. That nigga last
Hey,
word was
hey,
get
Hayes.
out.
Hey, Hayes, what you say last night? That wasn't me, Bobby. Steve-O, it was Kev.
Yeah, that was Kev.
What? I wasn't even. What? I told
Hey,
you
that's
to do
the same. Hey, look, I ain't got time to keep going back and forth.
Oh, man.
But, hey, man.
I got blamed for something that I wasn't even a part of.
Yeah.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, but it probably was me, though. I ain't gonna get front.
Oh, it was. Don't worry about it. It was.
For sure. But hey, man. We are 4-3, John McCree. We are 4-3 with a matchup versus the Cincinnati Bengals next week.
But the
And,
game against Minnesota is gonna mean a lot.
And it's gonna be, hey, it's gonna be rocking. Hopefully the last time they got their ass whooped or had a disappointing loss, they came back and reeled off a couple games. And now this schedule is gonna get way more tougher for them. So we're gonna really see what our team is made of, man. But hey, fellas, y'all got anything left before Hero?
Don't abandon ship. If you abandon ship, keep your receipt. I'm just telling y'all and warning y'all.
Yeah, we got work to do, but it's gonna be fun and it's gonna be a process, and we're gonna be here for every step of the way. So keep rocking with the game.
Get y'all ass up to Allen Halls tonight and work over some shit. That's all I got to say.
Amen.
Paige, you good?
Yeah, I'm straight, bro. I'm frustrated about the loss just because, but you can't win them all. We knew they were eventually going to lose a game. Now we need to see we've gotten to see how you can play with the momentum and let that momentum build. Now let's see how you rebound from a bad loss.
One last thing. Please clean up the fucking penalties.
For real, because
And
that
one
shit be
last
crazy
thing.
too.
No more polos and stop putting that shit up.
All the way to the top, nigga.
Get a whole button up and put a tie
Oh,
with
shit.
it, damn it. Fuck it.
What you old
But
shit?
hey,
Josh Giddey's listed as questionable. He has a right finger injury.
oh my
Damn,
goodness.
take that shit up.
Tomorrow.
But hey, that is it for us today, y'all. We appreciate y'all for tuning in to another episode of Chicago Bears Central, man. Before y'all get up out of here, y'all can leave y'all comments and everything down below. Let us know how y'all feeling about this Chicago Bears loss, man. The voice line, the voicemail is open. Go ahead and call in, state your name, leave your take. The number to do so is 773-242-9336. We are the number one spot for everything Chicago Bears. We appreciate y'all. Y'all been rocking with us all day. Now y'all make sure y'all go chill out and enjoy some more football, man. Let's go ahead and wash this off and let's move on to the next one. We out of here, y'all. Peace.